Have you ever wanted to say something to someone and have them say something back? Welcome to Candid Conversations. Let's chat.
It's time to have a conversation that is candid. Ladies and gentlemen, I call the man legendary because he made that intro for me, amongst many other reasons. We are here with Driving Under Insanity, the host of Hosting Under Insanity, the soon to be host of the Insanity Effects. And I mean, that's just a short list of what he does. So, how you doing, fam?
It's every day above ground's a good day.
That is a very good philosophy. I must agree.
No matter how bad you are, at least you woke up.
Exactly. That's just and like my day was pretty sweet actually. I'm not gonna lie. I even found a I think I found time for a nap. Shoot. But
You
we're here
bastard.
back. Nah, for real though. I'm like, did I know and you know those naps that you have that you don't even remember that you napped, but you just feel refreshed? Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
waiting to
Well,
have one of those.
yeah. Well, I can only imagine what your sleep score is if you even sleep.
My sleep score, I think today was a record. I hit 54.
Wow, I got a 43 today.
My
It's
REM sleep
crazy.
was below 9%. And, my heavy sleep was below 10%.
I mean, if I hit heavy sleep, I'm lucky.
I would give up heavy sleep if I can have REM sleep.
Which is the stage that you actually get rest in,
REM, rapid eye movement.
right? Yeah, I need more REM sleep, man. That's for sure.
The average person needs like 20% or more.
Mm, hmm.
I
I mean,
slept for
like
s- I slept for 7, and apparently I was awake for 5 of it.
that is bonkers. That is bonkers, man. You gotta. I, I guess sleep is. I don't even know if it's an issue because, like, I find that if I haven't done something productive, I don't find my sleep to be rewarding.
I'm just
So
glad to be able to close my eyes and wake up.
yeah. At the end of the day, or at any
I
point
can
of the
I,
day,
I can
apparently.
say in my older age I've gotten more sleep than I did in my younger age.
I think I have a greater appreciation for it now than I did when I was younger.
In my 20s I got maybe 2-3 hours total.
I'm lucky to get 3 hours now.
Well, like I said, apparently I slept for 7 and was awake for 5.
Oh, that's madness. Oh, yo, that's what I was looking at. My jersey. Shout out to the Base Invaders for that victory last night. You know what I mean? Playing excellently, I must say. But yeah, that's a new logo, right? Well, a new layout for your logo.
That's one of the many of my insane clown.
Hmm.
It's my driving under insanity clown.
Tell you, man, that thing is menacing. Like
What's the point?
the first thing that comes to mind is not even it's like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
Yeah, kind of. And
Yeah.
on the ones that I use mostly, the star is green.
Hmm.
I don't know, the eye's green, so there's usually a little more green in it.
So what was the inspiration to it or for it?
I don't know. I just wanted something that looked cool and spooky at the same time.
Well done, well done.
Driving under insanity. What do you think about?
Yeah, that right there. That's
You think of chaos and insanity, craziness.
yeah. Chaos comes clowns.
Yeah, usually,
Bless you.
especially with people that don't like them. They really get freaked out by my logos.
There's an astounding number of people who do not like clowns.
Childhood trauma, we'll call it.
I guess. I mean, even at Haunt Manor, which is coming up sooner than you think, they have a whole clown town, and there's some people who just like they might pass through our area and not. No one passes through without a reaction. But the reactions they get in Clown Town are different than any other section of the manor. So,
Well, look at all the great timeless horror movies they have clowns in, or some iteration of a clown.
hmm
Uh,
hmm
biggest serial killers in the states was a clown. Gacy used
wow,
to do childhood parties as a clown,
wow. The
and he
more you
killed
know,
how many
such
people?
life. I don't have a tally on it, but I'm sure it was a lot.
Well,
And
there's two things you have to be careful of: clowns and nice people.
mm,
Because remember, Dahmer was as nice as he could be until they got behind closed doors.
hmm
And then what was the other one? You used to hit him over the head with a cast because he'd pretend that he had a flat tire and couldn't do anything because he had a cast on an arm.
mm.
What the hell was his name? I forget his Bundy? Was it Bundy? Ted Bundy?
Oh, okay, okay.
And again, he was a really nice guy.
Well, I guess you can all rest assured that I'm an asshole and will live up to the moniker of an asshole because they live forever. Um,
My kids say I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet.
mm, mm. So I can agree with your kids, I guess. Uh,
So much so they gave me a T-shirt that says that.
oh wow, wow. You gotta honor it, man. It keeps you humble. It keeps you humble.
I just have
Oh,
sadistic children.
wonder where they got their sense of humor from. Hmm.
Oh, when my first pug passed, my daughter went and bought me a pug skeleton.
I mean, when do we cross the line from morbid to humorous? I don't know.
I don't know, when her shepherd died, I bought her a shepherd skeleton.
Well, is that karma or just
Black humor, dark humor,
karma? Yeah,
dark
karma or
humor.
comedy? You be the judge.
Eh, well, you need dark humor to get through life.
It's true. It's true.
Look
Times
at the
where,
comedians on stage, and then look what happens when you're sitting around friends.
hmm hmm yeah. Well, that makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And you look at the dynamics that change based on the environment. So
Everyone
it's like
has
I
dark
know.
humor. It's just who says it out loud.
Yeah, I know, but like some of the jokes I crack with you are not the same jokes I'm gonna crack with someone I just met. You know what I mean? Like
That's
it's
called know
different. You
your
got it.
audience. You have what they call a barrier. I don't.
That's what that is. Okay.
There's a
It's
filter
still
between
funny.
your brain and mouth. There is none with mine.
Sometimes it doesn't work as well as it should, though.
Pardon?
Sometimes mine doesn't work as well as it should.
Yeah,
Might
yeah,
filter.
yeah. Yep.
All right, all right. So we are here on episode 224 of Candid Conversations. We're talking to DUI, and we are about to take a break. We will be right back with some more Candid Conversations brought to you in part by Expose the North, etc. All right, we are here on
Flush me.
episode. Yeah, I know, right? Episode 224, Candid Conversations. And yeah, we're talking to Driving Under Insanity, getting up to date on the latest from the soon to be greatest. And this was brought to you in part by I Gotta Do This. Expose the North, we go there and beyond. Culture Shock, we are the products. Culture Shock Magazine, the zine for those unseen in the scene. Culture Shock Radio, we're in the mix. Come get your fix. And the Village Global Network. We make the network servicing listeners in over 193 countries worldwide. Spotify. They're at 191. So yeah. Yeah,
Almost
yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
It's almost, almost. Apparently, there are countries that don't have internet,
Yep.
so we can't really count those, even though they still register at some points.
Yeah, it depends who has a satellite phone
Exactly.
or access
Exactly.
to a laptop with satellite and that idiot's internet.
We are monitored by online radio box as well. So if your music gets played on here or on the hosting under Insanity or on, yeah, or on the Insanity Effect, you
Money will
can
make it your way.
exactly. And just, I don't know how much more I could tell y'all about that. You can check out the Block Online on Twitter, the Block Online on X, the Block Online on Instagram, Share the Shock on Instagram, uh, share the shock.ca.
Just
And
all you have to do is Google driving under insanity. You'll find me everywhere but Facebook.
but Facebook got mad at my guy and barred him for what reason I don't know. Yo, you
How
need
did
to
you I? I
free
have
DUI, yo, free up
I
DUI
have
on
no
Facebook.
clue what the hell I did. It said I broke community standards but didn't tell me. And
Oh,
then they eventually told me it was because I was on multiple accounts and I laughed at them
wow.
because I have one account, one sub account, and then everything else I'm just admins on. I was running up to
No,
17 pages.
here's what happened. Zuckerberg got upset because
You had to pay me?
you have he had to pay you, and you had more influence. You must have had more influence than he wanted you to have.
Who knows? Who knows? And
I'm telling you, bro.
it was right during a rise too. Like there was a large input of followers
Huh.
across my music pages.
Hmm. Yep. I think my theory has validity.
Yep. Like my TikTok starting to take off, so I'm just waiting to get banned.
But they don't own that.
No, but there's rumors that they like to do that.
Oh, it's
Like
like the casino.
yeah, like in the last month, I think I've got like 200 people that are not bots because I go through and delete them.
Oh,
And I've been getting plays all of a sudden on there that are organic
mm.
because I know they're not bots
Without
because I comment on their shit and message them saying
without
thanks.
dumping all kinds of money into marketing and commercialism.
I don't do that at all.
Hmm.
I don't drop a dime into marketing.
Yeah.
And somehow my Spotify's starting to take off and I don't know why or how.
Mm. Well, there are people spreading the word, that's for sure. Mm.
It's been kind of interesting and funny all at the same time.
Yes. Oh man. By the way,
Wakey
be
wake.
sure. Yeah, I know, right? Be sure to check out Me and the Boys Wrestling on Mondays at 7 p.m. on youtube.com/at POEZ, where
Yeah,
real people use digital avatars to settle their differences. Wake up and choose violence in a digital form where it's safe.
I really have to get back on Facebook so I can get back into that damn chat and set some people right.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, like, it needs some regulation indeed. I've seen dudes making matches out of nowhere. I've seen people talk all kinds of sauce. DMP was like on some tangent as usual. It's like, wow.
I'm not
It's
there to
interesting
correct
though.
them.
If you want to be a part of the chaos, you can make a character on WWE 2K25 and use the hashtag MATB and or contact us to let us know that you want to be a part of it and we can make one for you.
It's that easy.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. But being freaking cut off of Facebook kicked me out of the group. Uh-oh.
What up?
I'm just trying to download music for the Insanity Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the
Mm-hmm.
guys you sent,
Yeah.
he uploaded a track with a comment in it,
Mm-hmm.
so it will not download.
Uh, that's no good.
Yeah.
You want to message me?
That's really the only glitch in this whole system. Is if you put a comment in the title,
Mm-hmm.
the system doesn't know how to download it.
It's kind of glitched.
Most systems are like that actually with broadcasting.
Mm.
When you use
So
like
the most.
a server system like this,
Mm-hmm.
if there's a comment in it, it screws it right up. Like even XM radio, it does it too.
Wow. Okay.
Because they use a server based database.
Mm.
Because it's
All
easier
right.
than
So,
having physical files.
well, message me and let me know who it is, and I will have them address it.
I might as well copy the whole song so you know what the song title is.
Your.
It's uploaded, so you should put it up there so other people can play it. Because a lot of music that people upload, they will get it probably at least one play on the main tag show, which gets a few thousand people every week.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna want it done right so you can get played on that show.
Definitely. Definitely. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about doing it right, okay? Because I want to give you guys an idea of what needs to be done in order to get your music and your royalties. And just like I said, it's not a workshop, but you don't learn today. You go, you gonna learn something today that helps further your career or something. Because I'm telling you, we've been doing this for too long, and it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, really, and time is of the essence. So, that being said, getting close to that second break, I'll let you know that you can catch the Terrell Effect on Saturdays around 12 p.m. Like, subscribe to youtube.com/at EXPOSETHENORTH 8741 on YouTube.
That's too much of a mouthful for me.
I know, right? All right. So, doing it right when it comes to making music. Now we're located in Canada, and between the two of us, we have what
I've been
70+ years of experience.
I've been in studio since I was 5.
So, like,
So multiply that by 10 and you have my current age.
okay, so yeah, so I'm saying like 45, and I'll start at 8. Like I performed at 4, but like I started studying music at 8, so that's plus 32 my age.
And I don't ever
And
say anything I say is right because everyone has their own ways of doing things.
and I'll never tell you that I can make you rich or famous, but I'll tell you I'll save you time and money.
Yeah, I like what I do is completely self-taught.
And even though I went to an academy for this, they told me that I knew enough to do this on my own. So here we are, however many years after studying this, trying to help people get to the next step. And like I said, I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. Your character, sorry, is just as important, if not more so than your skill. Okay? You can
Yeah.
be good at anything. And if you don't have the character to back it, that takes away from the actual skill.
Yes and no. I've worked with some real assholes that were worse than me.
Okay.
I find a lot of producers, recording engineers, they try to make you uncomfortable. They try to
Hmm.
bring out raw emotion out of you. And if you're buddies with the guy, it's not good. It will work, but anybody that's good behind a board recording you should be able to make you uncomfortable enough to perform.
Hmm.
Because I find a lot of artists get a little comfortable behind the mic and they're not really giving you their all. Like you want to try and
Hmm.
bring that live performance energy into the studio
Hmm.
because you want what's recorded to be just as good as your live show. Because I've seen so many bands, they sound horrible on CD, but they're amazing live.
I see it vice versa.
Oh, I've seen it vice versa way more than the other way, but
Yeah.
there's bands that I've got blown away at a show that I've never heard of. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go listen to their stuff, and nope, that doesn't sound as good.
I personally think I sound better in person than I do on my CD. You get a better experience when you see me live than you do when you listen to me on the MP3 or whatever, because I put more into it. I think I get it. I get interactive.
That's where a producer comes in and makes you uncomfortable
Mm, mm.
because then you
Like,
get the ODD effect, obedience defiance disorder, where someone's
mm,
telling you that's not good enough. You're like, well, fine, and then you start getting animated
mm.
and hyped. But that's just my way of doing things. I like to make artists a little uncomfortable.
And I've seen it work. I mean, shit, you did it with me.
In a roundabout way, nobody was sitting in the room with you, but it was enough in your box, but outside of your box of
Yep.
your everyday.
Hmm.
So,
Definitely.
and that was the whole fun of it, right?
Yep. Challenging myself.
And then with effects may vary, I made sure all of them at one point wanted to tell me where to go, but at the end of the day, we're still good friends and they love what they did.
Yep. Yep.
So that's just
And
my personal way of doing it. You want them to
they
be
did it well.
comfortable but uncomfortable at the same time.
I think that's one of the reasons why I choose to run a studio out of my house as well. Like the artist comes in and has the comfort of a house, like a home-like setting, but at the same time, I have my areas set differently where you can tell you're in the studio and it's studio time kind of thing. So,
Well, currently my home studio is sitting in my front room because I gave up my space for someone.
hmm 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 and I too have a similar
So
situation.
it's really fun when the wife's off and I'm trying to record something that's in my head.
Oh man, yep, that's got to be something. So
She's
tell
used to
about
it.
good, good. I find like I can listen to something for like the same instrumental for about half an hour before it starts to have that negative droning effect. But sometimes, like even if they haven't been bothered by it, when there's other people in the room, that time is cut in like half or a quarter.
Well, I got these lovely headphones, so I'll sit there and listen to it over and over and over again.
Mm.
I
You know, I like
literally
to.
And then I'll put it in my car and listen to it over and over again by myself because I want to disconnect from what was done. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make it sound like it's something on the radio so that way I could be more objective on my own work. That make any sense?
Yeah, makes
The only
perfect
way I could be
sense.
self-critical is I listen to it so much that I just distance that I did it.
Yeah, I like to listen to a song that I mix on different mediums because it sounds different on your phone than it does on a speaker and it does off your computer than it does in your car.
Oh, 100%. But
You know,
a
so
good test mix is always done in the car.
yeah,
Because even a shitty stereo has better sounding than what you're hearing at home or in a studio or on a phone. It has a wider range.
so,
And when you're mixing left to right, in my eyes, you can mix in a 360 degree mix that way.
mm-hmm.
Because you can tune your subs to hit in the back a lot better. depending on what kind of vehicle setup you have, you can tell. You can just tell better. There's a wider frequency response, I find.
Hmm. Hmm. Different spread of frequencies, indeed. We are on episode 224 of the Terrell Effect. It's not the Terrell Effect. It's Candid Conversations.
Are you
Episode
sure?
4. Now I am. Episode 459 of the Terrell Effect is this Saturday. Holy. The ninth anniversary episode is on July 26th, and we've spoken to a venue about hosting our anniversary party there. It's going to be a quaint venue, but yeah, we're going to make sure that we celebrate some of the artists that have appeared, some of the talent that's been on, and have a good time in the community. So,
I have a few
you
favorites. I hope they're playing it.
which one?
Johnny. Johnny's one of my favorite go-tos.
Yeah,
The guy
hands down.
is recorded and live, same energy.
Yep, yep. He packs a punch when it comes to his performances.
Yeah, and he just gives you. It's kind of funny, his vibes. They're all over the place, but they're very central in like the Miami kind of party vibe.
Hmm.
It's the only way I
Hmm.
can describe him. The way he jumps around and and just happy go lucky.
Yeah, man, he goes wild on stage.
And he does on the recordings too. Like you can just tell that
Hmm.
energy's there.
Yes, 100%. All right, that is going to be potentially one of the acts that we have on July 26th. We will be back with more Candid Conversations right after this break. All right, we're back.
Are you laughing because you're
Yeah,
getting a flashbang?
you know what I mean? It's funny.
It's the
Oh
only thing
man,
that pops into my head. It's a reverse flashbang.
yep, yep. A bang flash. It's a bang flash.
Or a
So,
concussion grenade. Those things aren't fun.
oh man, have you seen those Bama Got Jokes things that I think I sent them to you, where like someone will be doing something and then they fall and then that little face appears on the screen? Oh my gosh. No, I
No,
don't think you.
the best ones are the Jesus is watching.
Oh, those ones kill me.
Something happens and the guy goes to laugh, and all of a sudden Jesus is over his shoulder.
Yep, yep. Hmm.
That's what I was doing.
Oh man, those are jokes. But wait, it's the third segment, and we have a guest. Dun, 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 dun. That means it's time to flip the script. Ladies and gentlemen, when I flip the script, we give the guest the opportunity to be the host, even though he technically is the host as well, and gives them the opportunity to say whatever they want to say or make any or ask any questions they may have. So, DUI, you have the floor as we flip the script.
First question: do you really want to do that?
Too late. It's already done.
Okay, here's one for you.
Yeah.
You got no budget,
Hmm.
budget restraints whatsoever.
Hmm.
Any artists, we'll say 5,
Hmm.
to do a show, but here's the catch.
Hmm.
It can't be a major label artist.
Can't be a major label artist. Okay.
What would your show look like?
Okay. I'm looking at an event. I'm looking at an event of some sort. The event would be, I'd call it Culture Fest. Okay. I call it Culture Fest, and you have a combination of foods from as many regions of the world as we could get, and then music to complement it. So everyone would set up their food vendors. Food vendors would set up. We have like 20, 25 food vendors set up to represent like the major cultures of the world, if you will. And then feature each one across the course of the day. And while we're featuring their food, we're playing the music from that country of origin kind of thing. I'm getting some people and I'm getting people I know. Like I get Ezza, I get Johnny, I get Sosa, Dialect Sosa. Uh, I mean, like I'd have to get POE. You know what I mean? And then I know a comedian. Uh, I know a comedian that I get, so I put him on the card too as the host.
I bet you wasn't expecting that kind of question.
No, that was a very good question though. That was a very good one. That was left field.
Well, what do I do best?
Yeah. Take him out of the park.
Okay. What else here? See, POE, yeah, he could do anything across the
Yep,
board.
yep.
He
He's the
could,
wild card.
yeah, he could throw in quite the mixture.
Yeah.
Speaking of POE,
Hmm.
we're gonna have a new song soon
Nice.
called "Cartoons."
Okay. Okay.
It's his twisted look on old cartoons and how they're just not the same. Viewing them again as they were when you were a child.
I agree. I do
Because
agree. There's some.
you get more of the true storyline being older.
Yeah. Yeah. The messages and stuff. Like for example, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. That's possibly one of the most violent segments of the Bugs Bunny cartoon that you can watch. This dude is literally trying to kill and eat the bird, which is outsmarting him at every turn, but he still doesn't give up.
Does that sound like life?
That's exactly life.
You try to catch something that you'll never catch.
Hmm. But you're chasing your own tail.
Yep. Or how about He-Man? Who's the
Oh,
true master of the universe?
is he?
I don't think so.
I mean, like,
He's reactionary because
Max,
Skeletor always hits fast and hard and first.
aren't true masters of anything the first to react or the first to act?
They're supposed to be. So that would make
Mm.
Skeletor the master of the universe.
Yeah, let's remember.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Inspector Gadget, if it was real life, they'd both be dead in each episode.
Every episode. Every episode.
And
Penny and
Inspector Gadget.
yeah.
Yeah. Because their curiosity starts off every show.
Yep.
And these are the
Yes.
fun things that you get to ponder in that song.
Oh man, that is crazy.
Or Spider-Man when
Um,
he goes nuts and starts robbing banks.
yeah, he did that.
Yep, in the original comic book.
Mm, hmm. Remember that. Trying to make money for
Him and Doc
Aunt
Otto.
May. Mm-hmm. Jeez, that's crazy. Speaking of Spider-Man, Comic-Con Niagara is coming up like May 30th.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, who the hell's going to be there again? It's going to be some decent people. I
Chong,
forget now.
Tommy Chong.
Yeah, that's it. I found that out
Um,
because I was at 420.
yeah, Tommy
420
Chong, the
Expo.
top. Yeah, I saw you there. Hmm. Yeah, I think the Power Rangers are going to be there.
Well,
Molly,
not all of the originals.
uh, the Pink Ranger for sure.
Yeah, because isn't a couple of them dead or in
I
jail?
think so. Most likely. It is what it is.
Now you have me looking at the guests. Oh, there's wrestlers this year too.
Yeah, I can't remember which one. So
Apparently, Robert England, Tommy Chung,
okay,
Warwick Davis, the guy from Willow.
okay.
What else is here? Who else? Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Apparently Tori Spelling, but I don't know.
We smoked with Doofy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brian Austin Green, Beverly Hills 90210. In Zingering, Beverly Hills.
I am zeroing. Yeah.
Who else is here? Who else is here? The voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Bang, bang.
Couple of guys from Mayan MC and Sons of Anarchy. Oh, here you go. You got the 4 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They're going to
All
be there.
right.
And it's the blue, pink, and black Ranger.
Okay. Dope. So, Comic-Con, like I said, they ain't paying me to promote them, but it's happening in Niagara, so I'm just trying to expose the North. We go there and beyond.
There's a lot of people booked. My God.
We'll talk more about that when we get back. All right. So, who else we got booked at Comic-Con this year?
Do you remember Big Comfy Couch?
Yes.
She's going to be there, and so is the mailbox, the mail delivery clown.
Major Bedhead.
Yeah. Fred
Yes, I know
Stone.
these things. Don't at me.
Apparently a buddy of mine's going to be at it.
Who?
Pat Mastaroni.
Masteroni.
Degrassi Junior High.
Okay.
And Stacy Mistrance, the one that played Caitlin. Stefan Brogan, the guy that turned got onto a wheelchair.
Okay.
Jose Canseco.
Oh, I wonder if he's still talking about Androstine Dion.
Who knows? Darcy Tucker.
My brother almost fought him.
Okay, these other ones are blocked out, so I don't think they're confirmed yet. You're gonna want to go.
What's going on?
Kurt Angle. Booker T.
Oh.
Mick Foley. Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner. Ted DiBiase. Jeff Jarrett. Tatanka.
At like $25 a signature, I'm broke.
And David Schwartz.
Okay.
Jerry Lawler is blacked out. It's postponed.
Okay.
These wrestlers are Rick Steiner's on Saturday. Let's see. Sunday is Kurt Angle. Saturday, Sunday is Booker T. Saturday, Sunday is Mick Foley. Saturday, Scott Steiner. Same with his brother. DiBiase Sunday. Jeff Jarrett Sunday.
Saturday's like $70 to get in.
Yeah. I'm afraid to look at what the pricing is.
Bro, we looked at the pricing. We were all hyped man.
I mean for the meet and greets.
For the meet and greets, you're looking at $125 to $200, bro.
Scott Steiner's $70 across the board.
Okay. That's not bad.
No, it's not too bad. Mick Foley's $80 and $80 and $100. So it's $80 for an autograph, $80 for a selfie, $100 for a photo op.
So yeah.
Wow, out of all the wrestlers there, well, let's be fair. Who's gonna have the lineup?
Foley.
You're gonna have Foley, Booker T, Kurt Angle, maybe, depending on how old the crowd is. Ted DiBiase. Steiners are hit and miss because they're both a-holes. The roid rage is real.
Yikes.
But
make no judgments.
Jeff Jarrett, maybe 15 years ago he'd have a lineup, but right now I don't know. He's kind of irrelevant out of the old school wrestlers and notoriety, isn't he?
He's just out of.
Jeff Jarrett was like 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
And DiBiase spans what, late 70s right into the mid 90s, late 90s?
Something like that, yeah.
The Steiners, they were big in the 90s. Mick Foley is Mick Foley.
Yeah, Braun Breaker is Rich Steiner's son, though. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, but what is he doing really?
running through people.
Yeah, but are they doing that to try and pump him up to try and make something out of his name, or is he actually that good?
That's a good question because he went by a different name, I guess. So he didn't.
Yeah.
Um,
So they're rebuilding him and they're trying to run with the name to make money. Not
and they
like
saw
Booker.
that it wasn't working.
Yeah, but it's not like Booker T that just did it organically. You know what I mean?
True.
Like
This is
Booker
very
T
true.
was always against all odds, always.
Hmm. Hmm.
All his storylines were like he was the low guy in the totem pole when really he was pulling in more seats than the superstars he was wrestling at the time when he went over to
Hulk Hogan,
WWE.
Hulk Hogan, I'm going for you. Uh,
Yeah. You know, like Ted DiBiase had a name for himself because his whole gimmick was throwing money around. Everyone loves a rich asshole.
hmm. Hmm. Especially when they could get some of his money being thrown. Yep. Oh man, coming close to the end of the show.
Good thing because wrestling could take a while. Where's
Yeah.
POE? Where's POE? He'd have some good
Yo,
thoughts.
he is like we gotta get him in on one of these again.
But it has
Oh,
to be
but
longer than an hour.
oh no, we'll do a special edition because the three of us together, we are something else, man. It's random, but it's fun. So I look forward to it. Woo!
But
Man,
doing
all right.
wrestling could go sideways.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially like we could be sitting here just talking about it, and he'll strike up a game of me and the boys wrestling and just doing overtime or something, and then we can answer some questions. Yeah, we got to get him involved in the next one.
I think we could have
Oh
fun.
man, definitely.
But even just talking wrestling and crap like that.
Yep. Oh man, I appreciate the time you've taken out of your day to come and have a conversation with me, good sir. We have been here on episode 225. Sorry, 225 of Candid Conversations. I'm gonna say 224 this whole time. Um, hey, what can I say? Time flies when you're having fun. That being said, is there anyone you want to shout out before we head out?
Yeah. You, POE, my buddy over in the UK, Mishappenings. I have to remember to pronounce his name correctly because I call him Mish.
Okay.
So we've kind of nicknamed him Mish Happenings.
Mhm. Right.
But yeah, anyone that's been involved in my musical journey and everything I'm beyond.
All right. All right. Listen, VGN, the Village Global Network, we make the network, has brought you this show in conjunction with Culture Shock Radio. We're in the mix. Come get your fix. Culture Shock Magazine, the zine for those unseen in the scene. Culture Shock. We are the product and expose the North. We go there and beyond, and you will see that when you come back next time on Candid Conversations. Bless up. We out.